don't know if this is working. Let's see. Title, live stream. No, this is a stupid title. That's a stupid title. Okay. This is a test, guys. So, let me know if you can hear me. If anyone joins. I don't know if anyone's gonna join. Let me know. But I got this timeline here with a bunch of like my favorite clips, some of the coolest stuff, and I'm trying to do a new intro, and I'm trying to make this what is it called, like a template, so that I can change the intro all the time if need be, you know. So that's kind of my goal, just make it so I can just in and out, you know, put things on there. Like if I have a special episode, I can. Andrew, what's up, man? What's up, Jacob? So anyways, yeah, I'm trying to make this template so that I can put clips in and out of the intro for funsies, you know. Like what if I have a themed episode and then I can, you know, just put whatever clips I want, because this is my intro now. You guys know it and love it, right? Oh, sorry, a little loud. Yeah, I just want to be able to take all those clips and move them around and just do different stuff. And I haven't updated it in a long time, so I got, look at all these clips. It's over 700 clips. They're just some of my favorite moments, some of my favorite things. And yeah, maybe you guys can help me choose. What's up, man? What's going on? Also, so I decided, you know, with these, I got this new video studio, so I'm like, you know, I might as well do some live streams sometimes. And basically, the live streams, I'm gonna do them like this, just whenever, and then I'll just make them unlisted and put them in a playlist. Have you been to the World Series? Sports Content 509? Yes, I've been to Game 4 of 2014 World Series. If you go back to our, which episode was it? AT&T Park episode is one of our first 10 episodes. I show clips from the World Series that we went to. Can you guys just help me out with, like, is the audio cool? Is the video cool? I'm worried about the internet at my apartment and if it's good enough to live stream. So just let me know. I'm trying to monitor it, but it's hard. It's hard to figure out what's going on, you know? It's all good? Is the video good? Is it clear? That's all I want to know. It's amazing? Alright, hold on. Should I eat Skittles? Like a shout out to Marshawn Lynch? This is my new video studio area I'm building. It's far from finished. I got the cool lantern here. I really like. This is an old computer. Cause see all these old tapes I got? All these old tapes have like Disneyland footage. I have tapes of Julian Edelman playing quarterback at College of San Mateo. Just random stuff me and my friends did. Like I got a lot of stuff on these tapes. So I have this old computer so I can digitize all them finally. Haven't hooked it up yet. And this is not organized yet, this shelf. It's going to be eventually. Hasn't yet. But yeah, Game 4 of the 2014 World Series was amazing. The Royals were up, I think, 4-0 or 4-1. And it got pretty quiet. Like, pretty darn quiet in there. But luckily the Giants rallied back and, you know, came back and did what they had to do and won the game. So it was super exciting, super fun. How do you feel about the Bucks winning the Super Bowl? Good question. I still don't know. Like, as a Niner fan, I think Joe Montana's the GOAT, you know? I don't want any debate about that. So I don't really root for Tom Brady because of that. But that Bucks team's really fun. I've always kind of liked the Bucks. I think just since I was a kid, I liked pirates, so I thought they were cool. Like they have a pirate ship in their stadium. How could I? How could I hate that? Um, but otherwise, they're cool. Um, I didn't want the Chiefs to repeat either, so um, I'm glad they got past them. I would have been upset if the Chiefs won again. I don't think they should have won any of them, if you want my honest opinion. How old were you when they won in '03? Late teens? I'm old, so I was actually in San Diego when that Super Bowl was in San Diego. I was there for it. I wasn't at the game, but I was in San Diego. We went to some of the festivities. We went to like downtown um, San Diego, Gaslamp District for all the festivities. Um, so I was like 18, 17. No, I was 18. I was an adult. Cuz we drove down there. But yeah. I can't hate on the Bucks. I can't hate on the Bucks. I can't hate on Tom Brady like being called the GOAT though. I'm going to hate on that. You know, can't help that. But what else is going on? What are you guys up to? What's the deal? Oh, let me edit. Sorry, I was over spaced out. It's late. So yesterday I played softball. Um and I missed playing like softball or baseball so much, but I'm so sore. So sore. The body doesn't hold up like it used to. All right, I got to pick some clips, I got to pick some clips for a new intro. Um Oh, Knight's Ferry. This might be a good clip. A little heel clicker and Knight's Ferry Bridge. That's one of my favorite episodes. Uh, these moments at LA Coliseum, Rams Niners. What year was this? 2016, 27? No, 2017, right? This was Kaepernick's last year, and he ran it in to win the game at the end of the game. Really exciting game. I don't know if I want it in the intro though. I really like these clips though, so I put them in the best of. This is funny. I'm so glad I got to see some NFL action at the LA Coliseum. That was cool. Lakers versus Warriors, man. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. Um, the way Steph's playing, I hope we shock some people. I know Draymond said he didn't like the We Believe 2.0 thing, but forget that, man. I think the fans feel it. At least make a run, make it fun. Especially like as bad as they were this season to make it is exciting. I miss football. Can't wait for my Hawks and Niners to be healthy. Hawks and Niners? What do you mean by that? I I can see your logo kinda. I can't really tell what's on it. I think Giants, Lakers. It's super small. And Seahawks? Giants, Lakers, Seahawks. It's interesting. Interesting collection there. Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? I want to know where you're from. I know, but Seahawks and Niners though? What do you? Anyways, all right. Let's play some of these clips. Um, a viewer named Bicoastal Gaming just commented on the last live stream in Osprey Farm. So if he happens to see this, said I'm headed to Disneyland in a few weeks. Well, I am very jealous, and if you have your tickets already, I'm even more jealous. Let's see, Raiders game. Got some clips from last Raiders game at Oakland Coliseum. Super happy I got to do this. Super happy. Washington State. My family from California made me go for California sports teams. I understand that. A lot of people from the Bay move up there, you know? A lot of people. I've never been to Seattle. So the only time I've been to Washington was on our channel. We went to Portland a few years ago. You guys may have seen some of the videos. We did like 16 Portland. Yeah, 16 Portland episodes. But while we were there, we crossed over into Vancouver, Washington. So that's the only experience with Washington I have. Oh, and we went to the, what's it called? Beacon Rock. We tried to do an episode, and it was a failure because it was snowing, so the trails up were closed. But we just did some drone shots and put out like a 2-minute video just because I had already set up the schedule, and I didn't want to miss a video. So I was like, forget that. We're still doing the video. Is the audio and all that still good? Because I'm still adjusting. I want to make this right, you know? I want to make it so I can do this occasionally. Over here in my area, there are a lot of Niner fans here, though. I feel like there's a lot of Niner fans all over the West Coast and kind of all over the world, if you think about it, because anytime you get a team that was a dynasty at some point, there's fans from all over. So like any team that was a dynasty at some point in that generation, there's fans from all over. So like people my age up to like 45 maybe, there's a lot of 49er fans, there's a lot of Cowboys fans, because those were two dynasties. Yes, all good. Cool. Audio and video is still very good. All right. What's up, Andrew? What you been up to, man? What's going on? I'm filming at least three things next week, by the way, guys. I have 3 days put aside. Have I said what I'm filming yet? Well, I'm doing the immersive Van Gogh. I did that contest. You may have seen it on our Instagram. We're doing contests now, and not now. We did one for that. I'm an exhibit ambassador for the immersive Van Gogh, so they let me give away 2 tickets, which was awesome. But I'm going back to film a full episode. Let's see. I'm also doing... we're doing 49er ticket giveaways. I'm now a season ticket holder, so I'm going to be giving away tickets. So definitely check our Instagram. I think I'm going to run most of the contests through Instagram because it's a little easier. And what was the other thing I was going to film? Oh, some San Francisco history stuff. I don't want to give it away yet because that episode might be delayed. And then, Legoland. There's a new Legoland in the Bay Area. And its grand opening is next week. And I'm going to do an episode there. And what's funny is you're not allowed to go unless you have a kid with you. Like, that's Legoland's rules. So it's not adults only can't go or whatever. So I thought the age was like under 12. So I invited some of my friends that have kids so I could, get in. And I was like, come on, help me out. And we get to go to Legoland and hang out. And but then I found out under like 16 is cool or under 18 is cool. And the boy himself, Jet, is going to go with us. And he's 16. So it would have been fine. But it's cool. I'm really excited to hang out with my friends and have some quality time with them and their kids, with their uncle, their YouTube and uncle. What's up, Israel? Israel Japanese beast. Okay. That's bold, man. Anyone that calls themselves a beast, I'm not going to mess with. If anyone says, I'm a beast, I'm like, all right, man. All right. Hey, you're a beast. You're a beast. I'm not going to say anything. What else is going on? Maybe I should edit more, huh? Let me see. Hold on just a second. Talk to me. I played football. All right. What'd you play? What position? Don't hit me, man. Please don't hit me. How do you feel about the draft? I'm glad the Niners got Trey Lance. And all the other pieces we got, I think we're pretty good. I think we did well. I think it was a good draft. Um, I don't know. I really like Justin Fields, so I want to see how he does in Chicago. Chicago. I think Mac Jones might be good in New England. Trevor Lawrence is probably going to be solid, obviously, but we'll see. Defensive end linebacker. Okay. All right. Outside linebacker or hybrid. All right, let me look at these clips. If you guys see a clip that you think would be cool for the intro, scream. I kind of like this one because it shows, the Coliseum. It's kind of a cool clip. You guys can see how awkward I am when I try to get these shots. Especially when people are looking at me. Oh, look, remember the broken seats? If you guys watched that episode, people were breaking the seats. That's funny. That's not going to go in the intro. Delete that one. This one's kind of cool. What's funny, so this slow-mo is nice and smooth. If you can see it. I hope you can see it. The slow-mo is nice and smooth. And there was a plugin called Twixtor, and Twixtor can take footage that's low frame rate. So if you don't know how it works, if you have like 24 frames per second, which is very basic, like most movies are 24 frames a second. If you try to slow that down and do slow-mo, it's very jerky because there's only 24 frames to spread out, right? But if you have like 120 frames a second, you can get really smooth slow-mo because, there's way more frames to stretch out. And so Twixtor would sort of, put its own frames in to make it smooth. So it would blend it together. And Twixtor stopped working when I updated Premiere, so I was all upset, and I was like trying to find a version of it somewhere, wherever I could find it. And then I was gonna buy it, but it's really expensive. I wasn't sure what to do. And then I, like a dummy, I saw that right here in Premiere. This is for the editing nerds like myself. In Premiere, when you do speed duration, you slow it down. I had re-rendered this clip. That's why it says 100%, even though it's actually slowed down. But if you go here, time interpolation, do optical flow, it actually does Twixtor for you. You don't even need Twixtor anymore. It's an obsolete plugin. So that was good to know. Let's see what you guys say. Sad to see the Raiders move to Vegas. I agree 100%. I'm not a Raiders fan, but I feel like the Raiders belong in Oakland. I think it's a travesty that they moved, and I really enjoy going to games there. I like being able to see, I always say when I first saw Peyton Manning play live when he was on the Broncos, it was Thursday night football at the Oakland Coliseum. So it was cool to be able to see that. When Alex Smith was on the Chiefs, I got to see him once a year because I'd always go to the Chiefs-Raiders game, and Alex Smith was my favorite player. So yeah, I'm going to miss it. I already do miss it. And yeah, it's a travesty. A's might be gone soon, so use some Coliseum footage. Might not be there much longer. Yeah, man, that's what I was thinking. So I might use one of these clips. And there's a guy, I can't remember his name right now. He's like an A's YouTuber. If he happens to see this, we follow each other on Instagram. I kind of want to collab with him. We had talked about it last year. Since there was no fans at games, he was doing these game parties at his house for the A's. So I was gonna go. So we should talk about it, and I definitely want to film some A's stuff, just in case they leave. And either way, even if they don't leave, they're getting a new stadium. So I need to go to the Coliseum as much as possible, which is what I did when Candlestick was going away. When I knew Candlestick was done, I was going to Candlestick for everything and anything I could. E40, one of my favorite rappers. Me too. E40 is in my top 3, probably. Love E40. I got a picture with him on our something or other tour Instagram from Giants Fan Fest last year. My mom is from Oakland. She moved to Oakland from Japan in 1998. All right, that's awesome. That's cool. Is she still in Oakland? Are you in Oakland? I love Oakland. I'm from the West Bay, so like I'm from on the peninsula south of San Francisco. So we call it like across the waters. But I love Oakland, you know. I've been going to Oakland since I was a kid. Got a lot of friends from Oakland. I love Oakland. I think it's a really underrated city. And even though I'm not a Raiders fan, I'm not an A's fan, I'm not from Oakland, I will always support Oakland, especially the people of Oakland. And the same went for when the Warriors were moving. I was kind of sad about that. No, she moved to Denver. All right, I haven't been to Denver yet. Can't wait to go. Denver looks amazing. It would be amazing to go there. I just found a ghost town I wanna go film in Idaho. I've been to Idaho when I was a kid. I've never filmed anything there. I have family that used to live in Idaho. But I found a ghost town in Idaho, and there's a ghost town in Utah. Trying to find time to do a road trip out there. Hate seeing sports teams move. It's sad. Yeah, agreed. I feel like they should I don't think a team should be allowed to move once they cement their roots with like a championship. Like if you have a championship, a recent championship, not if it was like 70 years ago, but if you have a recent championship, I think it's a shame because those fans, I don't know, you know, especially when the team is supported. I hated seeing like the Rams move back to LA, even though part of me does like it because when I was a kid, the Rams were in LA, so it was kind of cool because it feels nostalgic. And I'm at the age now where my childhood, like everything's disappearing from my childhood, so I'm trying to hold on to everything. So Rams being back in LA is kind of cool for that reason, but at the same time, like they won a championship in St. Louis, like greatest show on turf. It was they had a historic like team, had a historic run, historic quarterback. Like I don't know, it just sucks. It just sucks. I had said in an episode a long time ago, I thought that they should have kept all the teams where they were and just moved the Jaguars to LA because the Jaguars don't really have any history, and it would be the least amount of hurt for any fans. And then the Jaguars are a fresh young team. They have a cool, cool branding. I think it would have been cool in LA. What was your first Giants game? My first Giants game was at Candlestick Park, Giants Cubs. We were sitting in the outfield bleachers, and I barely watched the game because I was young and just like couldn't pay attention. I was too young. And if you don't know how Candlestick was set up back then, in the center field fence, there was a lot of space after the fence. So they basically had a fence just freestanding. Behind it, it was just still flat, but they just put up bleachers. It was a really weird setup, but I was running up and down those bleachers in center field. Giants Cubs, 89, 90, one of those years. You should go film at Cerro Gordo. That's an interesting one, man. So I know the guy who owns it now has been doing videos. He has a channel. I subscribe to it. But I was a little irritated with him because I'd been trying to go there for years. I had emailed the previous owners. There was these tours that used to happen that went there. I was trying to do that. It just never happened. And then this guy he bought it, started his channel, and just blew by my subscriber count with ease. You think maybe a Bay Bridge series this year? Well, that would mean that the Giants keep up the pace, so it's fine with me. And the A's, I haven't been watching the A's, but by all accounts, they seem like a really fun team. I know they're one of the best records in baseball. So, I should start watching. I usually watch a little bit of A's baseball throughout the year, but I don't like pay attention to every game like I do with the Giants. Tried to go to Silver City, Idaho. It's 20 miles up a dirt road, except halfway up the strut on the car broke and we had to turn around, so we never made it. Mark, I'm sorry to hear that, man. So that's funny. Silver City's actually the place that I added to my list earlier today. I saw a post on Reddit, I think. I think it was on Reddit, about the haunted hotel that's there. So I added that to my list. So I'm sorry to hear that, though. That must be miserable. I hope. So were you able to make it down? The strut. I mean, if a strut breaks, how do you make it down? Man, my upstairs neighbor stomps around like a big jerk, and it pisses me off. I've talked to him once, still does it. Have you been to a Lakers game? Never been to a Lakers game. I need to. I've been outside of a Lakers game. I was outside the Staples Center a year and a half ago after a game just let out, but I haven't been yet. I'm going to go, though. Wish I stayed in Oakland so I can possibly be a 49er fan, maybe a Warriors fan. I mean, my mom watched Joe Montana when she was in Oakland, California. Well, you know what? I hate the Lakers and Seahawks, but that's because of my fandom. If I'm gonna be unbiased, which is really hard to do because I get all my pettiness out via sports, that's two franchises that it can be fun rooting for. So have fun. That's the last time I'm ever gonna say that. And I feel like I'm just guessing here. This is an assumption, but your family had a trek, right? So with that, your family probably bounced around a little bit, so it's normal to have teams from all over the place. Like, I'm fourth generation on the peninsula, under south of San Francisco, and my great grandfather was born in San Francisco, so I'm rooted here, and so I really had no choice in my teams. My teams were assigned, not chosen. Yes, we made it back. Can you please tell me how you made it back? I would love to know. And maybe so I know, so I don't break a strut. I have a somewhat new car that I got just for road trips, 4-wheel drive, perfect road trip vehicle. I'm really excited about it. I might have showed it in some videos already. I would suggest a 4-wheel drive. Yeah, my car's 4-wheel drive, so hopefully good enough. I used it actually when I first got the car. What was it? The abandoned. What the hell's the name of the video? Hold on, let me look at the name of the video so I can get the exact name. One of the videos I did, one of the last 10 videos I did, the abandoned mental hospital up in Gold Country. I can't remember what I named the video. I'm losing it. It's all going, kids. It's all going. Whole brain. Washington State is a beautiful state. There's a lot of homeless over here in Seattle. There's homeless all over the West Coast. That's always going to be a problem until we fix society. Homeless people, a lot of people blame it on recent things. They blame it on politics, whatever. But homelessness has been a problem since civilization has been a thing. It's a human problem, and it's always going to be worse on the West Coast because there's more space and you can be homeless here without dying. So a lot of people blame like local councilmen and stuff. It's like they're not going to solve a centuries old problem, more than millennia old problem. So it sucks, but I hope in my lifetime we find empathetic ways to deal with the homeless. Maybe open up some of these abandoned mental facilities that what's his name, Ronnie Reagan shut down when he was governor, sold off the land. Okay, so the video title is Abandoned Mental Hospital in the Mountains of Gold Country. That video, I used my 4-wheel drive. Did I show it in the video? I don't remember. But I used my 4-wheel drive to go down this dirt hill, really steep dirt hill behind the hospital to hide my car. So I just got the car like I think a week before, so it was cool to use my 4-wheel drive like right away. I mean, my mom watched Joe Montana when she's yeah, yeah. I skipped over that part. Um, Sorry, I'm looking back, but yeah, Joe Montana's like, I think he's the GOAT still. All the fluid leaked out of the strut, so the tire was hopping up and down like a basketball going over the bumps. It was still drivable, but I wasn't comfortable driving. Yeah, yeah, obviously, totally understand. I would have turned back. Um, Damn, that's crazy, man. Here's a story to relate to you. Years ago, I went to I think San Diego, and then I went to Disneyland with an ex girlfriend, whatever. And we were supposed to leave one day, right? But we had tickets for that day, so we were just gonna go to Disneyland until we were tired and then head home. I got up at like 5 in the morning to pack everything because I'm just like that. It's because I'm super kind and awesome. So I got up early and packed everything. Had the car packed, ready to go. The motel we would always go to for Disneyland is super cool and would let us like stay parked there for the rest of the day. So we checked out, kept the car parked there, went to Disneyland, and I was like, man, forget this. Like, this is our last day. Let's stay till the park closes. I'm a night owl. I can drive back to the Bay Area through the night, right? So we go to Disneyland like all day. Right before closing, we leave, get in the car. We have to drive all the way back to the Bay Area. We're driving, everything's cool. Couple hours into the trip, we're driving through the Grapevine on Highway 5. I don't know if you guys know what this stuff is or if you're California natives or like locals and you're familiar, but the Grapevine is a huge mountain range just north of LA. You have to drive through that on Highway 5 to get into the Central Valley, and you drive up Highway 5 through the Central Valley to get to the Bay Area. It's the quickest way. So driving through the Grapevine, at the end of the Grapevine, it's a steep decline down into the valley. Right as we're starting down that decline, I had a Cadillac with 22-inch rims. I hit a pothole like this big and like this deep, and I saw it at the last second, or like mid-conversation. I was going probably, allegedly, like 80 miles an hour. Hit the pothole, my rim like explodes. So it's just like, it's like we have a square tire. That's what the car felt like. But the thing is, when I slowed down, it got worse. The car was just jumping. So I had to like keep up speed to not like jump. And luckily I made it like the 3 miles down to the first turnoff that had a gas station. And then we had to wait like all night for a tow truck to come. And I had a spare tire, but I didn't have tools. I don't remember what happened to the tools, but the tools weren't there. And so the tow truck driver had to come put the spare tire on since I had 22-inch rims and the spare was like a 16-inch tire. We had to drive super slow back to the bay. By the time we got back to the bay, it was like late morning. It was miserable. Did you ever watch WWE or WCW? Yeah, I was a big WCW fan when I was a kid, actually. Sting was my favorite wrestler. I went to a bunch of events. I went to WCW Super Brawl pay-per-view at the Cow Palace, which I'm trying to do an episode on. I've been talking to them. I saw Hulk Hogan wrestle in that. It was cool. Awesome. I used to love it. I don't watch it anymore, but I'll always, have a little love for it, especially the old school stuff. I just got a WrestleMania shirt. WrestleMania 3 shirt, actually. 20 miles back, it was fine once back on the pavement. That's good. Have you gotten it fixed yet? Or actually, see what's wrong? Yep, you're in Sacramento. So yeah, you probably know Highway 5, huh? You probably use it a lot, up and down. Cuts right through. Only been Fresno and Sacramento. Fresno is near Highway 5. I think you have to cut over on, was it 99 to get to Fresno? Am I wrong? Or am I thinking? I think so, right? Damn, that's crazy. I would love to go to San Francisco. I mean, I'm biased. I love San Francisco. And I work downtown San Francisco now. So every day I'm like right by the Transamerica Pyramid. Oh, that was 20 years ago? I thought that was recent. Oh. I thought that like just happened. My bad. I was completely misunderstood. But yeah, speaking of San Francisco, like downtown San Francisco, I got some really cool history stuff planned down there. And I just flew my new drone. Um, I'll plug my Patreon. I did some, I do bonus videos on Patreon of just random stuff, little vlogs, behind the scenes stuff, bonus footage from episodes we put out and stuff. I have one of flying my new drone in San Francisco. I'm really excited to get it out for some episodes. Here, where is it? Right here. Look at that. DJI Air 2S. Bad Mama Jamma, I'll tell you that much. And what's cool is these ones now have a manned aircraft alert. So like, I flew it up. I was in Financial District of San Francisco, flew it up, and then it was like alert, manned aircraft nearby. And the map zooms out on your phone and it shows where it is. And it was showing a plane like over the Bay Bridge. So I waited a second, look, and like 10 seconds later, a little biplane flew by. So it works. Hopefully that prevents, accidents, and then it's not as hard for me to drone. Because, people mess it up. Oh, look at this. World Series 1954 New York Giants ring. How do you like that? This was a giveaway. I got like 3 of them from a game one time. Yeah, this is not... I'm gonna organize all this. Put cool collectibles up here and stuff. Got this from Knott's Berry Farm. Little jug. There's a cork in it. I like it. It's cool. I've had this for years. Little mini outhouse. I used to really like outhouses for whatever reason. I think they're fun. I get excited when I see the commodes. Is it possible the Supersonics coming back to Seattle? I'm in favor. I'm totally in favor of that. Sean Kemp's one of my favorite players. I have like 2 Sean Kemp jerseys. I would love for the Sonics to come back. I don't know. I know. Would Seattle just get the Kraken, right? New hockey team. And I thought I had heard that the NBA was looking at its expansion, so maybe they go back to Seattle. I don't know. But I mean, the NBA is in a weird place, right? Because like they keep I don't know, small market teams just don't have a chance. And that sucks, that's the good thing. I give it up to football, especially like football. Any team, any year can be good. Like there's teams that are traditionally bad, but it's always the ownership. It's never the location. But for some reason in the NBA, they all want to play like, LA. Basically, LA. Like they always want to play in big markets in the NBA. I don't know why that is. Where it seems in the NFL, maybe it's a higher amount of competition in the NFL, so they'll just take what they can get. But in the NBA, the good players know that they're good players, and they have more value. So maybe that's what it is. Basketball relies on a lot more personal personal attributes, solo attributes in their players. So one player can dominate a game, for example. But in football, it's more of a system game. So even when you have dominant players, there's still a cog in the system. So I guess the individual players, they'll take what opportunities they can get or where they can fit in. But yeah, so it's like the NBA, I don't know. It's like, yeah, it'd be cool if Seattle got a team back, but at the same time, what about the other teams that aren't finding success? I met E40 I met him a couple times, I think. I used to do music in the Bay Area, so like, you would see artists from the Bay Area. One of my old childhood friends works with E40 occasionally. My buddy Josh Fields of Hatch 86 Films. Been in a bunch of episodes that we've done. You see him on our Instagram and stuff too. He's worked with E40. So yeah, E40's around. But I met him at Giants Fan Fest. So that's where I got the picture with him. Who's your favorite hockey team? San Jose Sharks. I'm from the Bay, so like I said, my sports teams were assigned, not chosen. So I was born north of San Jose. I like ice hockey, but I don't really care who wins unless it's Canada. I want them to lose. I just like to watch all the fights. Yeah, I feel that. It's less fights now, though, right? It's not like back in the day. I went to a San Francisco Bulls game, also at the Cow Palace, where I saw the WCW events, and there was a fight that game. San Francisco Bulls was a minor league team. It's gone now, though. Have you met Too Short? I feel like I have. I can't remember. I know I've seen him around, but I never like interacted with him. I'm friends with his niece though, if that counts. Seattle Kraken, my favorite hockey team. Hey man, they look, new teams are exciting. I really like their branding. The name is awesome, and Seattle seems cool. I like Seattle. I got to give it up to Seattle teams for always having cool branding. Like the Mariners branding and uniforms are amazing. Some of my favorites. I have a bunch of Ken Griffey Jr. stuff. I have a jersey, and I just got the re-release of his shoes, his original shoes. Seahawks, they're a rival, but their uniforms are awesome. Their colors are awesome. And the Kraken looks cool too. All right, Andrew. It's nice to see you, man. Thanks for checking in. Have a productive week, since the week starts now. Last time I went, there was a pretty big brawl. It was every player on both teams beating each other up. What teams was it? I'm sorry, I haven't even been looking at these. I think I might use this clip. What do you guys think for the intro, by the way? I don't know. It's going to be quick. Maybe just right there or something. I don't know. Slow-mo's cool. Or here, this is cool. It has the beast mode. And you can see the field a little better. Or the look back. The look back's kind of cool. Looks like it was staged. I don't know. I'm going to save those. I'm not going to delete these. I think that's a good choice. And like I said, I'm trying to make a template for my intro so that I can change the clips really easy, really quickly, and really easily. This clip sucks. Alright. I really like these clips, but this is La Tourelle Falls near Portland. It's Columbia River Gorge. This was super fun, but I don't know if I want to use it for the intro right now. I want some newer clips. Should we do the Montana? I met Emmanuel Sanders for the first time when he was still in the Broncos in 2008. That's cool, man. I love Emmanuel Sanders. I wanted to keep him. It's a shame we didn't. Great timing. I'm watching you. Uh-oh. Head to sleep, bro. Good night. Go Giants. Hey, thanks for checking in, man. And, interacting with me. Just a poor, lonely soul trying to get some editing done late at night. It means a lot. I appreciate it, man. Go Giants. 49ers versus Seahawks. Oh, you're watching that episode. I get it. I thought you meant you were watching me. I really liked that episode. Even though it was sad, I don't know. I thought I did a good job. Seattle Thunderbirds versus some team. What's the Seattle Thunderbirds? Oh, I'm going to look that up. Is that minor league? Or is it an old team? I don't know. Major junior ice hockey team based in the city of Kent, Washington. They're part of the U.S. division of the Western Conference in the Western Hockey League. So is that considered minor league, or is it an alternative league? Let's see. League. Western Hockey League. WHL, what? Western Hockey League is a major junior ice. I don't know enough about hockey. Is junior, does junior mean like minor league? is one of the three leagues that constitutes the Canadian Hockey League, junior hockey. I don't know enough about it. It makes me feel like with soccer, like I want to get into soccer, and I try to a little bit. I try to watch the World Cup and stuff, but there's so many leagues and like tournaments, and it's so hard to keep up. Okay. Don't sure. Yeah, it must be some sort of. I mean, their logo's cool. It's like the Seahawks, but of more like Native American style or indigenous style, because it might be like Canadian connected. Mascot, cool birds. Oh, that's cool, man. Where do they play? Oh, arena, Accesso Showwear Center. I love my arenas and stuff. Oh, that place is crazy. From the outside, it just looks like a little office building. That's kind of cool. It reminds me of the old LA arena that they just tore down to make the Los Angeles Football Club stadium right next to the LA Coliseum. I never got to go in there, and I regret it because Clippers used to play there. There's a lot of history there. Showwear Center. Is that where you saw them, or did you see them elsewhere? I kind of like this clip with the Joe Montana statue, but I don't know if it'll be catchy enough for the intro. Maybe. So the other intro has some of these clips. I might change it to one of these. This one's kind of cool with the. I didn't. There wasn't enough oomph in that. So I like this little clip right here, but I'm the only one up. Everyone looks dead because it was just stoppage. It's probably a commercial timeout, and I'm just a dummy standing up waving a towel. There's another one. Oh, and in slow-mo, I have two versions. This is the one I have in the intro now, but slowed down. Me and my boy C's at this was the game against the Jaguars when we stomped them. This is when the Jaguars were supposed to be good, supposedly. Used to play at the Key Arena. So the Key Arena, that's where the Sonics used to play, right? And is it torn down? Hold on, let me look it up. Why am I asking you? I'm trying to make you do work. I'll do work. Oh, Climate Pledge Arena. That's what it's called now? Purpose Arena. Oh, so it's still up. Oh, hey, does the WNBA play here? I feel like I looked that up and I was going to try to go to a WNBA game here. No, to a longtime home of the Sonics. Oh, man. I would love to go here. Left Key Arena in 2008. Oh, well, yeah, obviously they left. They went really far, too. They didn't just go down the street to the new place. Oh, I didn't know this place was still here, man. I definitely have to do an episode here. Thank you for bringing that to my attention because, like I said, Sean Kemp's one of my favorite players. I was going to get a poster. I'm still decorating my new place, but I was going to get a poster, and I found this really cool picture of Sean Kemp dunking at the Key Arena, so yeah. Any exciting game to watch when the NFL season started in September? Mine is Broncos versus Ravens. You mean for the upcoming season? Man, you like the Broncos, huh? Yeah, I'm a Broncos fan. I can tell, man. Any that I'm excited about? I mean, if Aaron Rodgers stays with the Packers, Niners-Packers is going to be a fun one. I only looked at the Niners schedule, to be honest, so I couldn't tell you, any of the other games yet. I don't know. So I was talking to a friend about this. I think it's going to be a really strange year. A transitional year. Because the Buccaneers, they won the Super Bowl. They're a really good team, but I don't think they're a dominant team. I think they're a good team that can turn it on in the right moments. And obviously they got Tom Brady. They got really good teams, so they're going to be a threat, right? But they're not destroying people like kind of like the Chiefs have been, and I feel like the Chiefs, they're not that they're gonna fall off, but like people have figured out some of their tricks now, right? So I don't know if they're gonna be as dominant as before. Aaron Rodgers is shaking up the Packers. So I don't know. I just feel like it's a wide open year, and that's why I'm excited for the 49ers, because I think the 49ers could pull out ahead. Um, I don't know. There's a lot of new quarterbacks. Like, there's so many question marks this season for so many teams that I feel like it's hard to predict. It's also where the Space Needle and Experience Music Project are. Oh, definitely, man. Definitely. So the Space Needle's by the Key Arena? I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, it's right behind it, huh? It's right there in the picture. No, I'd love to go to the Space Needle. I tried to go to the Stratosphere in Vegas, and it's such a scam, man. This was years ago, so I don't know if it's changed. But it was like $20 or something just to go up it. Like, not even to ride the rides. And then you had to pay extra to ride the rides. So it would have been like, to go up the Stratosphere and go on a couple rides would have been like 50 something dollars a person. If not more, it probably would have been more. And then if you want to buy a soda, that's, you know. Oh, it is right next to the Space Needle. Hey, what are these little round things? I'm looking at the map. I'm looking at Google Maps. It's like some round things, round like plaza next to the Key Arena. And then there's looks like a little soccer stadium. This is when I'm bored, when I'm not doing anything. Oh, Museum of Pop Culture. Oh, that's what you say. Experience Music Project. Looks like a really cool area. I should check this out soon. Some weird tower things. Curious? Come on down at Paxi. What a view. Congrats, Space Needle. There's like stuff written on the roof so you can see it from the Space Needle. It's funny. Space Needle is a scam too. Tickets are expensive, I think. Man, why do they do that? It should be like a $5 ticket to go up. Then you get more people, right? Is there a restaurant in the Space Needle? I've always wanted to do one of those like sky restaurants. I've never done that. So these are the piers. Where's the pier where what was his name? Karamo slapped the girl in Real World? If anyone remembers that. Anyways. You went to the Twin Towers in New York for 2001 attacks, or you didn't? No, I never went. So I kind of went to New York when I was a toddler. That doesn't really count. I don't remember it. I don't think we even went to New York City. We went to Syracuse, but we might have flown into New York City. But first time I went to New York was, if you go back on this channel, there's a bunch of videos I did in New York. And I only went up the Empire State Building, and which was amazing. I love that episode. I didn't film it that great because it was a brand new camera and I didn't know its limitations. I actually rented a camera for that trip, but I still love the episode. And I was broke when I went to New York, so I only had enough money to go to one observation deck, and I chose the Empire State Building just because, that's the building, that's the one. And so I went to Ground Zero. I went to the New World Trade Center and the Old World Trade Center site, and I saw the fountains. I saw the names on the fountains. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go to the museum that's there, but I went to the Oculus? It's like the mall that's next to it. I took the subway to the Oculus. Such a somber, eerie place. Obviously 9/11 is rough, rough one to think about. And being there, you feel it for sure. And the fountains are amazing. So it's a place that I don't know. I want to do an episode there someday, but I want it to be, right. I want it to be, I don't want to exploit it, you know what I mean? I want to find a way to capture the experience and do it justice and not be offensive or clout chasing, you know. But it was worth going to. I'm glad I went. I didn't film it. I just went. And yeah. And also we did the George W. Bush Museum in Dallas, and they have a piece of the World Trade Center there. And even that room was hard. You went to the oh yes, a revolving restaurant. All right, I gotta check that out. Another pier you're talking about from the real world. I think it's next to the hotel. They took a famous picture of the Beatles fishing from there. What? I'm gonna look that up. Man, you're having me Google today, huh? Beatles in Seattle. Let's see what I can find. The boy himself, Jet, my little brother that you've seen in episodes, he's the biggest Beatles fan. Oh, I've seen this picture before. Edgewater Hotel in downtown Seattle. Yeah, I've seen this before. Was it for a photo shoot or were they really fishing? First world tour visit to Seattle. That's another thing. If I do this Cow Palace episode, the administrator, he gave me a little tour and he showed me the green room that the Beatles used on their first American tour. And what's cool is right in the corner where they're sitting, there's a picture of them sitting there now, right? There's a picture of them sitting there right where they were sitting, which is cool. That's funny though, the real world. All right. I'm not getting any work done. Shout out to Heat. He went to this game with me. And shout out, I don't know, IDK for watching that episode. Oh, here's the one from the intro now. So this clip's in the intro now. Do the little cheers. I might keep that one. I don't know yet. Oh, Manzanar. This is a rough episode too. I really like these clips though. If you can see, they have this monument at the back end of Manzanar. And you can kind of tell. But when we got there, it was pretty sunny. There were some really high clouds. Really hot. It was like 108 degrees. But then as we were there, this storm started to come over those mountains. And it was just, it was such a cool ambiance for a very emotional place, another somber place. I think everyone should visit this place. I think it's important. Let me save this. I don't know if I'm going to use these clips for the intro though, but they're cool clips. And it's a recreation of a tower at Manzanar. Me and my brother goofing off. So look at all these clips. There's over 700 clips right here, and they're just some of my favorite shots and stuff. And I cut them all out and re-rendered them so that I just have all the clips in one folder. So if I'm ever doing a montage or an intro like this, or something where I just need to reference one of my favorite things, I have it accessible. So I've been doing this over the course of a few months, just off and on, and I finally finished it. High five in the it was the Dallas Stars mascot. This was fun. This was NHL fanfare. I like this episode. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that episode, but it's a fun one. What's up, man? Gaming Runner Productions. Hey, I'm going to tons of Giants games this season. Are you going to a few? Absolutely. I'm seeing Sunday afternoon against LA, one of the Houston games, August 13th against the Rockies, and man, you got it planned out. I usually don't plan it out that well, man. I just kind of wing it. I might have to plan it out more now because I work a lot. So I have 2 videos planned there. So yeah, I need to go to at least a couple games. My next game I'm definitely filming. Gonna figure out a plan for that. That's the thing. So when I go to games, right, and I do videos, like I don't want to just keep doing the same video over and over again, but with a different game. You know, like I can't do a whole bunch of Giants games videos and it's all basically the same video because I'm just going to a Giants game. So same with Niner games, especially as a season ticket holder now. I'm gonna have to get creative, basically, right? So like, get creative about how to do the videos and have a different narrative or a different focus. So I want to go to a Giants game. My first one this year. I'm so sore I can barely move because of softball. I'm getting old. Um, so when I go to my first Giants game, I want to do a video about like the ballpark changes. So, you know, they moved the dugouts. I haven't seen it in person yet. Well, I saw it through the fence on the McCovey Cove episode we did last season. But yeah, I haven't seen the dugouts, the new, I mean, not dugouts, bullpen. I'm getting old, guys. It's all falling apart. Um, the new bullpens. So they moved the bullpens off the field into center field. I haven't seen that yet. So I just want to do a quick video and just show like the changes to the ballpark and I guess document being back at a game after a pandemic. You know, being fully vaxxed up, vax champ, and you know, so I have to get creative with these videos when I've already done videos, whether they're the home teams or even like I did an episode at Citi Field in New York, right? Went to 2 Giants and Mets games a couple years ago in New York. And so if I ever go back and I want to go to a game again and I want to do another episode, I have to find a different way to do it, different way to present it. So I could do another thing, the history of the ballpark or whatever. Food, maybe. Just focus on food and just buy a ton of different food stuff. I have to get creative. So I'm always open for suggestions too. If you're like, you know, if you go to this game, check this out. Always open to that stuff. I have a giant list of stuff in my phone to film, so I can always add to that list. And if I'm ever doing this full time, I'll be able to get to that a lot more. So maybe check out my Patreon if you want to help, or buy some merch, or I don't know, you know. But if not, if you don't have the means or you don't want to, just enjoy the show. That's totally cool. All right. Yeah, I was like, I'm taking 4 people with me in a duo. The Dodgers tickets are 50 to 70 in the nosebleeds. I'm thinking I'm going to watch the Seattle game week 4 for the Niners. That'll be a good game. Holy crap, I'm a Rockies fan too. Dude, I want to go to Coors Field so bad. So I had a really cool baseball episode planned last season that obviously got put on hold. And I could potentially do it this season because things are open. But I kind of want to wait till next season when things are even more open and there's no limitations. But I might go to Coors Field this year. I don't know. I really want to. But I also want to do it right if I'm going to do it. It's a great idea with documenting new changes. I'd go to the Garden too and Center. Yeah, so I saw like the early version of the Garden from a couple years ago, but not. I think they've done even more to it. And I just hope like the little batting cage is still back there. I always have fun with that. I always hit that up. Vaxxed up. Vax champ. I'm from Denver, but I love the Rockies, Nuggets, and Broncos. Hey, man. As you're supposed to, you know? I mean, the Broncos are kind of pulling everyone's weight there, though, huh? But I've always liked the Nuggets. When I was a kid, they drafted Antonio McDyess, and I was a big fan of him. So I've always liked Antonio McDyess. And then Iverson, Latrell Sprewell are my favorite players ever, and he was on the Nuggets for a while, so, you know, I have love for the Nuggets. And I've never been to Colorado, but I always admired Colorado. I always thought Colorado was the coolest state, so I have love for all those teams. Rockies are purple, and I love purple. Love the color purple. I think this light's purple, kind of. I can change the color. Let me see. I don't know where the thing went. Yeah, whatever. I can change the color of that. But I like purple. So I think the Rockies are cool. I think their ballpark is awesome. Their colors are cool. I love that they were an expansion team, but they did traditional branding and traditional look to their uniform, which was really cool. I hated Larry Walker for some reason as a kid, even though he was amazing. But now, I loved Nolan Arenado. Sorry, you guys lost him. There's a lot of players I really like there. Cool franchise. Nuggets are a cool franchise. I don't really care for the Broncos, but I respect the hell out of them. I'd recommend Petco Park. Honestly, I've been to Petco Park a bunch of times. We did an episode there a long time ago, pretty early on in this channel, but the episode sucked because it was supposed to be like just a placeholder episode. But I love Petco Park. Love it. I have a lot of funny stories from there too, if I ever get around to it. This live's getting a little long, so tune into some future ones and remind me. I have a lot of fun Petco Park stories. The new Tony Gwynn statue, or kind of new statue, is awesome. I love the Western Metal Supply building being integrated, and the farmers market behind home plate was amazing. Oh, Mark, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. That's cool. I'm gonna I don't know. Give me a trip to Silver City. I mean, yeah, but give me some suggestions. You have a priority on suggestions of what to do for me. You bought yourself influence over me. I'm like a corrupt newspaper, and you're the politician. Dude, I'm really shocked at how the Giants are doing. Me too, honestly, but I'm loving it. I hope they keep it up, man. It's a fun year so far. A lot of young, interesting pieces. The old vets pulling their weight. It's been cool, man. I've been having a lot of fun watching. Trevor Story's Trevor Story's the shit. Or, I shouldn't cuss. He's the stuff. Trevor Story's awesome. Dude, I love Wretched Drummer. What's up? Love your videos. You're going to any Niner games this season? I can't wait. I'm now a season ticket holder, so yes, I'm definitely going to games, and I'm doing giveaways on this channel and on our Instagram. So if you have Instagram and you want to try to win Niners tickets, we're going to be doing probably trivia giveaways. I want people that actually watch the channel to win, I don't want people just jumping in and getting lucky and winning a raffle. I want people that actually watch to win, so I'll probably do trivia. But I'm giving away tickets is my point. I haven't decided yet, so it's like what? I think there's 10 games including preseason, so I'm only going to go to like two primetime games. I want to go to the Colts game because I've never seen the Colts play. And I don't know. First giveaway will probably be for like one of the preseason games. I know there's a lot of Raiders fans that watch, so I could do a giveaway for those tickets, so maybe a Raiders fan could get them. But I'm gonna do a couple, at least 2-3 game giveaways, and then the rest I'll probably sell to try to recoup my money. Did you watch The Sandlot? Man, I love The Sandlot. It's one of my favorite movies. Sandlot's the best. Season tickets, that's great to hear. Thanks, man. I'm really excited. Season tickets was one of those things that I always thought was out of reach. Like, it always seemed like just a fantasy. Like, I'll never be able to get season tickets. But I don't know if it's because of the pandemic or what, but prices were pretty reasonable for the season tickets. And so I did the math, and I figured, I mean, it was still like more money than I wanted to spend, but I had it, and I figured it would be good for the channel. First of all, even with that long hiatus I took, if you guys noticed, I was gone for 4 months or so, and I haven't been uploading a whole lot. This channel is like my number one priority in life. This is the only thing that makes me happy. This and like sports, but so I thought it would help the channel. I did the math. When I sell tickets, and I can also have access to tickets for other events. So, if Beyonce comes to town, I'm going to make a lot of money back selling those tickets. So I did the math, and I was like, I can take the leap. I can put the money up front, put the deposit down, and I can make this work. So I did it. It was a dream come true, man. I never thought I'd have season tickets. Dude, every time I look, I see Mark's donation, man, and I don't know. I don't want to be too sappy, but it means a lot that basically total stranger appreciates what I do enough to even watch. The fact that people even watch means a lot to me. Let alone support me monetarily. That means a lot. Sorry, let me catch up with this. Hoping we match up well with the Dodgers, so we'll see if we take 2-3. Yeah. I mean, the Dodgers are so stacked because they're a bunch of dirty, filthy cheaters. I mean, the fact that they're already a stacked team, like historically stacked, and then they got Mookie Betts also, was already just like, come on, guys. Like, it's like playing a video game on easy. Why do you guys want to do that? And they stink too. Their hygiene sucks, and they eat pizza with a fork. They're terrible people. So I hope we can beat them. Buckner's welcome back game. Yeah. I mean, I don't think the Colts are gonna be good, so I feel bad for Buckner. Maybe they will be. I don't know. I don't even. Who's their quarterback? Phillip Rivers is gone. He retired, right? Who's their quarterback? But yeah, it'd be nice to see Buckner. I like Buckner. But I've just never seen the Colts play. I have a list of teams I've seen play and not seen play, so I want to check that off. Even though I still will have to go, before I die, I'll have to go, Lucas Oil Field. And that's one of my number one football stadiums to go to that I want to go to. So, insert other word there. Oh, as heck. Yeah. Family friendly. I wanted to go to the Giants versus Dodgers. Yeah, I mean, I've gone to Giants versus Dodgers before, right? But it's never my first choice. Just because it's packed and like, I don't know. It's like way too expensive. It's way too many people. I don't know. I like to go to the quiet midweek games, and then I can wander around and get my crazy crab sandwich easier. I used to like watching Giants versus Dodgers on TV also because I would find a stream and switch back between Crook and Kipe and Vin Scully because I knew Vin Scully was retiring, so I used to like listening to him. But yeah, I don't know. I first Giants versus Dodgers game I went to was Hideo Nomo's first game against the Giants in, what was that, 95? It was at Candlestick. And I remember he had if you don't know Hideo Nomo, he was really hyped player, and he was making his American debut, and he was incredible. But he had this crazy wind-up where he like turned around. It was sort of like an early Tim Lincecum wind-up actually, and he would do this crazy wind-up. And I remember every time he did the wind-up, Candlestick was just flash bulbs. Every time, every wind-up. And that was cool to see. That was before pre-cell phones, so people had actual cameras with flashes. Should network together then. I'm going to try to be more active uploader. Wait. Oh, I missed something. Hold on. I would be interested in buying the Falcons game or the Vikings game. Alright. Do you have Instagram? However you decide what you want to do with your tickets. I haven't decided which ones I'm giving away, going to, or selling yet. But yeah, we should not. I'm going to be more active uploader. Yeah, let me know, man. Yeah, if you have Instagram, follow something or other tour. I'm way more active on Instagram, and that's the best way I think to keep in contact. So let me know if you do. If not, in the description there's an email if that works for you. But yeah, I'm always down for that. I just love the inspiration in your videos and how much freaking effort you put into editing. I love you rewatch them. That's awesome, dude. Thank you, man. I love that Raiders game episode, by the way. I'm really proud of that one. I really try, man. So it means a lot for you to notice that. Sometimes I feel like I painted myself into a corner by putting all the extra work and editing in my videos when other YouTubers, it's more raw, uncut. They kind of just, walk around, film it, and then put it together. And I do obviously a lot more, right? Music montages, drone shots, whatever. So other YouTubers are able to upload way more, and to win YouTube, it's quantity over quality. And so part of me regrets all the work I put in, but it makes me happy. So screw it. Screw it. If it takes longer to grow, so be it. Notice you took a break. Life happens. There's great quality content. Once again, thanks, man. A lot of stuff. I did that video talking about. A lot of stuff came up. A lot of hard to deal with things in my life, and then I was also moving and just a lot going on. So I was like, let me just take a breather, and sort of reload. And I had mentioned earlier, I don't know if you guys all missed it, but I'm filming a bunch of stuff in the next week, so content's coming. Wentz is on the Colts. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Wentz is on the Colts. Oh, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. My first Giants-Dodgers game, my girlfriend's first game ever. Have fun, man. That's gonna be wild. Is she a Giants fan? My dad's first Giants game ever was LA versus SF. I'll follow you on IG. All right, cool. Well, send me a message then, just so I'm make sure that I know what your name is. When was your dad's first game? Like around what year or era? Can't stop watching the NFC Championship and Timmy's return. Oh man, that's an old one. That's an old one, man. So that was really fun. I had to Uber all the way to Oakland. It was like really far. It was a mess, but I think I decided to go last minute. I was wearing a Sean Kemp jersey. Back to the Seattle Sonics conversation we had earlier. I was wearing a Sean Kemp All-Star Game jersey. That video kind of sucks, but it was that was definitely early on. I wasn't nearly as comfortable on camera and not as good at everything. So I'm glad you liked that video. And even though I don't think highly of the video, I'm glad I went, and it was cool to see Timmy pitch again. And he pitched good that game, which was cool. Yeah, music montage definitely steps it up on your part. It's appreciated for sure. That's good to hear, man. Good to hear, because sometimes I'm iffy about it. Like, do people care about this? But also some of that comes from early on. Like I was saying, I didn't really know what I was doing, and sometimes I would do a music montage for like way too long, because I'm a footage hoarder. So anytime I film, like I want to use all the footage, so I try to use everything, and sometimes less is more. So sometimes now I cut things out. I'm like, all right, I'll keep it a little short and sweet. But back then I would just put all the footage and do a music montage for way too long. So I try to be a little more concise now. Yeah, it's Mondo Singer. All right, I'll find you then. I think it was in the late 70s or 80s. And the Giants hit a walk-off to beat LA. Wow. So was that like Jack Clark who was on the Giants? Depending on the year, it could be like Oral Hershiser. No, that's probably before Oral Hershiser, right? On the Dodgers. I would say like maybe Jack Clark. You might have seen the tail end of McCovey. I wish I could go back and see a Giants game in this, like, right when Candlestick opened, when it was still open in the back. Like my 5th time watching you via the last Raiders game in Oakland, still get goosebumps. Yeah, man. Like I just said, man, I love that video. I'm glad. I'm not to pat myself on the back here, but I really like the Raiders. What the hell is it called? Not the anthem. Is it an anthem? With the narration, the famous Raiders thing, the autumn wind. I'm glad I had the idea to put that in there. That's my favorite part. It was super fun to edit that too. I'll ask him later after my finals. Dude, I'm Jack Clark. Yeah, Jack Clark was probably playing. That's those Giants teams weren't that good. Like post Willie Mays, McCovey, once he was gone, Jack Clark was good, but like the rest of the team wasn't very good. I think there's a lot of rough years, and it might have been like when the Crazy Crab mascot started. There's a good documentary on the Crazy Crab mascot. I'd have a figure. I just reminded myself. I have an action figure of the Crazy Crab mascot, and I have no idea where it is. I gotta find it and put it on my shelf. Good luck with your finals, by the way. I'm glad I don't have to do finals anymore. Video was classic when you walked in with a Niners Alex Smith jersey in Oakland. Yeah, that was fun. I said it in the episode, but I was kind of disappointed in like people's reaction. They just weren't funny. It was just like F you, F you, F the Chiefs. I'm like, I'm not wearing a Chiefs jersey, slugger. Good observation though. But yeah, I was hoping for some like funny interactions, some witty stuff, and it wasn't that witty. It was just F you. It's like, all right, guys. I don't know. Raiders fans aren't, for some reason, they're not as witty. They're just angry. There's some teams that are more witty. Like if I go to a Dodgers game in LA, I've been to a bunch. Some of them can be really funny. We had a guy that one time we went to a game. There was this guy that looked like he looked like Bill Murray, and he was sitting behind us. He was super funny. I remember this Dodgers fan. It was like, you know, getting late in the game, so they stopped serving beer. So this Dodgers fan that was next to us said something about like he was trying to get more last round of beer with his friends. So he's like, "We gonna go? We gotta get beer. Like they're gonna stop serving it." And the guy who looked like Bill Murray, he was just kind of like this. He looked like the guy who played Babe Ruth in The Sandlot. Like his eyes, he looked like that guy and Bill Murray if they had a kid. And he was just eating peanuts or sunflower seeds, something. He's just like this, like. And then the guy, they're like, "Yeah, we need to get beer. They're gonna stop serving, whatever." And he's like, "If you're gonna make your move, you better make it quick, Karate Kid." And for some reason, it was the funniest thing ever. But yeah, and there was another time, I think my first game in LA, Dodgers Giants, first game, there was a guy next to me who was just like Cheech Marin. He was like old school East LA guy, and he was funny. But I don't know, they weren't that funny. You deserve a pat on the back. Thanks, man. Great chatting with you. It's my first time chatting with a YouTuber I was followed throughout my freshman year of high school. When I started watching your video. Damn, you've been following that long? Thanks, man. I'm not a big deal, though. I'm just a dude. I'm just a fella. Just a fella with a camera that makes some videos. Maybe someday I'll make something of myself. Saw Rombo Sports comment on the video where he said, "Your first mistake was expecting something witty." I know, right? Shout out to Rombo. He had me on his show one time. I want to get back on there. That's a good point. And my mom and dad would go on dates every night almost and go to Giants games for $6. Yup. And the umpires and ushers were yelling at nosebleeds fans to fill the lower level seats because the stadium was that freaking empty. Yup. I'd heard about those days. By the time I was going to games at Candlestick, like early 90s, we had just been to the World Series and got our hearts broken. You know, we had Will Clark, Kevin Mitchell, the good pitching staff. Like there was a lot to love about those teams, even though they didn't get over the hump. So the games weren't as empty. And then we got Barry Bonds, of course, and that changed everything. But yeah, when I was I don't remember what year it was. I want to say, so we had the year the Giants won 106 games or something and didn't make the playoffs because the Braves for some reason were in the National League West and they won like 108 games. That's when the Braves were incredibly stacked. And then they I think the Giants, what year was it? 90, the strike year. We did pretty good and Matt Williams was on a tear, but the season was shortened. So 95 or 96, the Giants weren't doing so well. And they used to sell tickets like $5 tickets at the gate. So my mom was awesome, and she would sometimes take me, sometimes me and a friend. After school, we go straight to Candlestick, buy $5 tickets, $5 nosebleeds, and be at a game. It was awesome. I think my first video was a Battle of the Bay, and then I watched the Jags game. Those are fun, man. Those are fun. So I gotta say, too, the Jags game episode was a turning point for me where I felt like I figured out how to film a game like the way I want to. So before that, the games were kind of a struggle. I didn't know what I was doing. I just kind of pieced it together. But that was the first one where I had like a vision, I guess, of how to do it, and it stuck. So now I kind of know how to film the games now, and I think each one there's vast improvements. And but that was the first one that had like, what was it? Almost an emotional thing about it. Like, I don't know, the music that I found worked perfectly too. So yeah, that episode I always see as a turning point for my sports episodes. I think I watched a video. You weren't Alex Smith. You went to the Chargers game or Raiders game. I might forgot. I wore one to both. Best year for me. Wait, 2017 is the best year for. Wait, for my videos? So I've been letting you down every year since 2017? Oh man. I think this is when I found your channel. 2017 with the heckling. Yeah, that's a fun one. Favorite video is probably Niners are back with Jimmy G against the Jags. Yeah, that's the one I was just talking about. Because I was at the Titans game the week before. I remember that. Yeah, the Titans game. Oh, what was it? It's been so. At my age now, all these games like blend together. It's so hard to remember. Like, someone will bring up a player, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, he was on the team like 2 years ago," and then I'll look, and it was like 8 years ago, and I was like, "Oh, oh." Like someone was talking about Mike Kickham, the pitcher for the Giants. That he had a lot of potential, and I remember we were excited when he made his debut, and I was like, "Oh, it was a couple years ago. It was 2013," and that blew my mind. So yeah, I remember the Titans game being significant the week before, but I can't remember why. Was it Jimmy's debut? No? Wait, was it? I don't know. I remember there's something about that Titans game that I regretted not being there. This game was always filled with rival fans. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's still an uphill battle for Levi's to win me over, but I'm a season ticket holder now, so I have to be I have to support it. I just miss Candlestick. I'm just petty. Watched it and was like, holy crap, I love this guy's editing. Poor him. Probably, yeah, dude, it takes me forever to do episodes. I'm not gonna lie. What I'm doing now, I do this all night long. I edit till the sun comes up. Jimmy's first home game. Okay, yeah, it was. Okay, see, I'm not losing it. Come on, guys, I'm playing. I'm kidding around. I like this. Me and C's running out of it. C's just walked. Look, shout out C's, man. It's my brother. We did this shot. All these people were looking at us like the ushers. This is at the NHL fanfare when the All-Star game was in San Jose, so they had the shark. So we run out, and then C's just kind of walks. What did he start to run? Yeah, he did like 3 steps. That's funny. That's my guy, man. C's did a lot of the original music on this channel. Hey, man, you can't call Matt Duffy a one-hit wonder, man. He was instrumental. Like, he helped so much in 2014. I can't let you do that, man. I love Matt Duffy. What did I miss? I watched it and I was like, holy crap, this guy's editing. Oh, yeah, I already read that. Jimmy's verse, yeah. So many terrible one-hit wonder. Connor Joe. This is the thing though. I don't like to talk. What's a word for sh word? I try not to be disparaging to these players because they made it. I didn't. I feel bad for him. Like Kelby. Remember Kelby Tomlinson, man? I love Kelby. There's like a lot of players that had little sparks for us and they didn't pan out. But I'll always, appreciate them, have love for them. Vision is good. I was very disappointed when the Patriots beat the Jaguars in the AFC Championship. Yeah. It was the best year for me because I have my best friend and we love the Broncos. That's awesome, dude. That's what sports is really about, right? There's a moment, if I'm gonna get real for a second, there's a moment in the NFC Championship game video last year where I almost cried. There's a moment at the end of the game, after the game ended, I left the clip in there. I'm trying not to cry, and I shouted out, my brother and some friends and stuff. because I was by myself. And as fun as that was, as amazing as it was, as much as I loved it, I was sad because people weren't there with me. Because some of my, best sports moments were because I shared them with people that I love and care about. And, you know, that always makes it better. So that's one of the reasons is I was getting emotional because obviously the Niners won the championship game, but I was also a little emotional because I was by myself. And I really wished, the people I care about were with me. So my point being that having, your best friend and you both love the Broncos, and that's awesome, that you get to share that. Niner trivia warm-ups for the Ticks giveaway. Yeah. Heartbreak Leave Us Saying was hard to watch, but there's a Seahawk edition when we beat them in Seattle. I do. Was it you that told me that? Someone linked that, I think, in the comments, or they sent it to me, and I watched it, and it was funny. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed their tears. This is the thing about me. So I try my best to be as kind and empathetic to people as I can and positive, and that's not always easy. I've had struggles with that, believe me. I have a bad temper, and I can be very bitter and closed off and standoffish and all these things. And this channel's helped me a lot to be more social and kind to people and not immediately just put people in a negative light when I first meet them. So I decided, if I meet someone, I want to at least be neutral as opposed to be negative and then they have to like win me over. Like, that's not the way to live, you know what I mean? So what the hell was I saying this for? Oh, so sports is like my outlet, my outlet of all my toxic traits, like tribalism, being petty, making fun of people. I get all those toxic traits out via sports, so then I'm not, that way with everyone else, or for real, in real life, in real situations. He did. I love Matt Duffy too. The guy always got on base somehow. I remember my dad called Duffy Stick Boy. The guy was the smallest and tallest and most on base. Man, the Matt Duffy won me over when he, on a wild pitch, went from second to home. That's still one of my favorite all-time sports highlights. All time, any sport, anything. Making it from home, or making it to home from second on a wild pitch, and in the playoffs. Come on, man. Yeah, it was playoffs, right? It wasn't the World Series yet. What was that division? Not divisional. That was NLCS, right? God, see, I told you, I'm losing it. I thought I had it. I don't. No, it wasn't me, but I know all the hate you got on that video from those fans, so it was probably sweet revenge. Yeah, so it's funny. So in the NFC Championship game episode, that's what I said. I was like, Seahawks fans, you owe me some apologies. Of course, none of them showed up in the comments to apologize. One of these days, I want to go back to all the comments on that video when they're getting crazy and just respond and be like, hey, you guys never apologized since you were talking all that stuff, and then we were in the Super Bowl. We were representing the NFC. My dad was going to send me in the CenturyLink by myself in 29 because he said, I want you to be there when we beat them. I told him, no, it's the best decision ever. One of my cousins, he's in the NFC Championship game episode. I show him for a second and I say, that's my cousin. He was walking on the field. He knows some people that work for the 49ers, so he has all these hookups that he won't let me use for videos, but that's fine. But anyways, that guy, he lived in Seattle for a while. He's a stand-up comedian too, by the way. Dustin Hempstead, very funny. Check him out. But anyways, he lived in Seattle. He was in the Seattle comedy scene up there. But he's a huge Niner fan, and he would go to games there. So he went to a Niners Seahawks game there and got in a fight. I think he was bleeding. He's a really good fighter, though, so I think even though he was bleeding, I think he did okay. Handled himself. Or at least I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Did you watch Norbcam? And he don't talk trash and he's chill even though he's mad that the Seahawks lost. I think that's the one I watched. because the guy seemed cool. You know, I'll still fight him. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, he seemed cool though. But that's the thing. When people, sometimes I get really angry comments on the videos. Like when I go to other places and I make little jokes. It's like that's the point of sports. Like we're supposed to joke around with each other and make fun of each other and have an outlet to just kind of, you know, be a little tribal. Like some people, I can't remember. On my Patreon, I'm gonna do a video of reading negative comments and my reactions to it sometime, and I'm gonna find some of those comments. But sometimes people get so angry about my joke, and it's like, I'm joking around. The thing is, I have respect and admiration for any fan, other than the Dodgers, but. Nah, but I really do. I have respect and admiration. I love sports history. Like you may see me, I have a bunch of. If you see me out on a regular day, I might be wearing like a Blue Jays hat or a Reds hat, or like I just love sports history. So even if I joke, it's not like trying to be mean. I'm just joking around. And part of that's the fun. Like when I go to like I did the heckling in Oakland thing. Like heckling's fun. Make fun of me. Let's be entertaining. Let's have some fun. Sports is supposed to be fun. I can always like frack you Seahawks instead of the word for frack. I always get it out during sports games. Yeah, exactly. After game stuff. Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. The thing is, if I'm wearing my team's jersey at another like rival stadium or whatever it may be, I want people to make jokes. Like I said in the Raiders episode, I'm like, at that point when we filmed that, the 49ers were like 0-5. So I'm like, come on, make fun of me. It's all good. And what I mentioned, there was a guy who looked like Cheech at a Dodgers game that I went to. He was sitting right next to me. We were talking mess to each other the whole game. Like we were making fun of each other, making fun of our teams, whatever. At the end of the game, we shook hands. We're like, dude, that was fun. That was fun. Have a good day. And I'll always remember that. One thing I want to see this year is us get revenge against the Seahawks for that disrespectful freaking pass they threw up on us last year when we lost them. Respectfully, I hate Pete Carroll. I can't even remember what pass you're talking about. Maybe that's a good thing. So down the middle, and I love it. All right, I'll check that out. I want people to know that I'm down the middle too. Like, the jokes are jokes. They're supposed to be entertaining. They're the only teams I have a negative feeling about when I think about them is the Dodgers and the Dallas Cowboys, and that's it. Oh, the Lakers too. I have negative thoughts about the Lakers, but like I still respect and admire everything they've done and their fans and their history. You know, I love Kobe Bryant. When he got drafted, I loved Kobe. But then when they stacked the team and three-peated, I hated them. I loved Nick Van Exel when I was a kid. He was on the Lakers. The Dodgers, I mean, I can't say anything nice about the Dodgers. I'll say they have cool uniforms. They're very classic, traditional, great uniform. It's still dirty and gross, though. And the Cowboys suck. I remember Nordcam made an Ire the Tiger parody for Seahawks vs. Niners. I was talking about a different YouTuber that made a vlog when we won the NFC West. Oh, okay. All right. I'll check them out. Norbcam sounds cool. Do it, bro. Make a montage video of the comments. Yeah, I'm gonna. Those kind of silly videos, I don't want to muddy up this channel. So, like, if you guys ever want to support, I mean, just $1 a month on Patreon. There's already, like, 15 to 20 episodes up there. I won't say episodes. They're behind the scenes footage, bonus footage. There's a lot of just silly videos up there, random videos, and I'm going to consistently put them out. But I want to put the silly videos on Patreon so that I don't want this channel to be muddied up by low effort videos or extra stuff. I want all the videos on this channel to be like solid episodes. And even these live streams, just so you know, I'm going to keep these live streams unlisted, but I'm going to put them in the playlist. So if you ever want to see an old live stream or whatever, it's going to be in the, I think the playlist is called like announcements and something. Maybe I'll change the name to announcements and live streams, or live streams and announcements. Um, all right, let's see. How I do it, bro? Oh yeah. I have a question. My ex teammate got drafted to the NFL, and I said I'd buy his uniform. Have you got drafted? Oh, God, that's tough, man. I I'd I'd probably buy it, but I would never like display it or wear it. Maybe you could get like a jersey, like the T-shirt jersey, but just get it in just blue with his number and name, no logo, cause that sucks. I was thinking about that too. I was playing MLB The Show, and I made myself in it, and it looks exactly like me, which is hilarious. But I just had me thinking, like, what if I made it to Major League and got drafted by the Dodgers? I almost feel like I'd throw away my career. That's how difficult that would be. That'd be really hard. You're honestly so misunderstood, but you're down the middle. I am too. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just like, just trying to have fun. Just trying. My jokes are jokes. I don't. Sports isn't serious enough to take it, take it that serious and get angry about it. That's weird. I know. I was like, yes, he did it, and then I saw the team. I said, no. Dude, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. I mean, it's not. I guess you could say it's not as bad because like the Niners Cowboys rivalry is kind of like dormant right now. It's like a Cold War, right? There's no active conflict. It's our bad feelings. It's like, when like two neighboring countries go to war for like 20 years, but then they finally find peace, and then one of the countries has to change their name or something. And then like, but all the people who live there still hate the other country. It's kind of like that. I don't know. That's difficult. It's really difficult. Next time I do this, I'm gonna get like food and just make you guys watch me eat. All right. Any last part? Hold on. Let me do a couple more minutes of like actually looking at this footage like I should have been. Because I got nothing done, but that's a good thing because then we were chatting. Kind of like this for the intro. This would be a cool shot if I slow it down. So I remember when I was trying to film this kid behind me kept getting in my shot, which was funny. So sometimes that makes me mad, but it didn't, because this kid was into the game, so I actually liked watching him be all excited to be into the game, and he's walking around and stuff. And I remember doing that when I was a kid, so I can't be mad at him, But it was just funny because he kept getting in my shots. And this drone footage, I have a new drone, the drone I showed you guys earlier, if you didn't see it. The low light, like night shots, is amazing. So I could redo some of these and get better nighttime drone shots. So what I usually do if I need drone shots for a game, I'll drone it like hours before the game, and then I'll drone it like an hour or two after the game, because that's the only time you can, if you can't fly over a stadium during a live event. And I don't know, I gotta recheck the regulations because they change all the time, but for a while it was like, as long as it was an hour or two before or after event, it was cool. And this one was hard because of the parking lot, but yeah, man, I miss Oracle Arena. I was supposed to go to the Arena Football League, the new one that Marshawn Lynch was starting, right when the pandemic hit. And my buddy Josh Fields was tasked to do some of their intro videos and stuff. It's like, you see that man in blue, Jimmy? We don't like that man. They don't. Yeah, exactly. Head now, hit you up on IG later tonight. Good night, everyone. Stay safe. Go sports. Thanks, man. I'm gonna scroll back up and find your IG just to make sure. But it's nice chatting. Really appreciate you checking in. Appreciate that. I'm gonna do like 2 minutes of hard work. Nope, this video sucks. The old mint. The video doesn't suck. It sucks for the intro, right? Not good intro material. Oracle Arena in the intro? It'd be kind of cool just because it's gone, right? Oh, this is funny. Look at this bird. Look how close that bird comes. Look at that thing. Oh, raggedy bird. I wonder if it's actually like scrunched up like that, or if it's just a problem with like the rolling shutter, because it went by so fast, so the camera couldn't accurately pick it up. Yeah, his neck's actually out. That's funny. But the camera bunched them all up. I miss Oracle Arena. Very bad. That's a cool shot though, huh? Oracle Arena up to the Coliseum. I do all these shots manual, by the way. All my drone shots are manual. Just the sticks. I feel like there was something else I wanted to like announce, and then I don't remember. Like this, I was trying to get these shots, and I feel bad because this girl like wouldn't get out of the shot. This is in the Warriors locker room. All right, what else is going on? All right, probably winding down, huh? Winding down. It's the last game I ever went to at Oracle. I don't know. This is actually harder than I thought to like choose clips. Clip on the floor would be cool. This is funny. Practice. We talking about practice? I posted this on my Instagram earlier. Picture of this, and I said Dubs, Dubs by 12. Next question. Warriors Lakers. Going to sleep. Thanks for chatting with me. I definitely showed you my drawing of 49ers team. Jeez, oh, that sounds familiar. Yeah. Thank you, man, for checking in. I'm gonna call it a night. I really appreciate you guys. That was fun. I'm gonna do more of these live streams. Again, you can find them in the announcements and live streams playlist or whatever it's called. It'll be up there. They're gonna be unlisted, so you'll have to go in there to see these. Check out the Patreon for behind the scenes stuff, bonus content and all that. And 49er ticket giveaways coming soon. And other giveaways. I want to do like really I like to be a generous person. I want to give stuff away. Maybe some merch or something too. And follow the Instagram at something or other tour. It's in the description if you forget. That's where we're gonna do a lot of the contests and announcements and stuff. And I think that's it. Right? Yeah, that's it. Really enjoyed this. Have fun, guys. Go Giants. Go Warriors. Playing against the Lakers. Go Niners. Vertlife. Something or other tour. Are we talking live streams? All right, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Happy Monday.